I just grew 30 pepper plants without spending a penny. Last year, I spent 5 minutes saving seeds from one bell pepper, and now I've got more plants than I've got space for. Most people chuck the seeds in the bin, or think saving them needs special equipment. It really doesn't. You cut open a pepper, scrape out the seeds, dry them on kitchen roll for 2 weeks, and you're done. But there are a few small things that make the difference between seeds that germinate and seeds that don't. I'm going to show you everything, including one mistake that kills pepper seeds without you even realising. A pack of organic seeds at the garden centre costs £3 to £5 for maybe 15 seeds. One pepper contains a couple of hundred seeds. That's hundreds of pounds worth of seeds from one pepper you were going to eat anyway. When you save seeds from your best plants, the ones that produced well or stayed healthy whilst others struggled, you're selecting for traits that work in your garden. The pepper that produced brilliantly, save those seeds. Over a few years, you're creating a variety adapted to your exact soil and climate. And when seed shortages happen, when everything's sold out online, you're not dependent on delivery delays. You've got your own seed bank in your drawer at home. If you grow heritage varieties, you're helping preserve pepper genetics passed down for generations. Some old varieties you just can't buy anymore. Once they're gone, they're gone, unless you already saved the seeds. You need to understand a bit about how pepper seeds work, because this saves you wasting time on seeds that won't give you what you expect. Peppers are mostly self-pollinating. The flower pollinates itself without needing another plant. This means the seed inside will grow plants that make the same pepper. Save seeds from a jalapeno, you've got jalapenos. But peppers can cross-pollinate. If bees carry pollen from one variety to another nearby, if you grew a jalapeno next to a habanero and they crossed, the seeds might give you something in between. This doesn't happen often in home gardens, but it can. The big question everyone asks is about hybrid peppers from the supermarket. Hybrids are created by crossing two specific parent varieties to get certain traits like disease resistance or larger fruit. If you save seeds from a hybrid, they'll grow, but the plants might not look or taste like the parent pepper. Heritage and open pollinated varieties are stable. Seeds from these give you the same pepper every single time. One important thing about seed maturity: save seeds from fully ripe peppers. A green bell pepper is just an unripe red, yellow or orange bell pepper. Seeds from the green stage aren't mature enough to germinate well. Wait until your peppers reach their final colour and you'll get far better results. Research shows that immature seeds have lower germination rates because they haven't fully developed their protective coating yet. Not every pepper is worth saving seeds from. Only pick your best performing plants. The one that produced the most peppers or stayed healthy when others got diseases. You're selecting from strong traits. Don't save seeds from the struggling plant. Save them from the champions. Choose the best peppers from that plant. You want the ones that are fully ripe. Great size for the variety and look completely healthy. No spots, no soft areas, no insect damage. Can you save seeds from supermarket peppers? Organic peppers are usually fine because they're often heritage varieties. But regular supermarket peppers are almost always hybrids, which won't grow true to type. Some are even treated with growth regulators that affect germination. If you want reliable results, save from peppers you grow yourself or in organic sources where you know the variety. Avoid saving seeds from any plant that showed disease during the season. Things like wilting, black spots or stunted growth. Some diseases pass through seeds, and you don't want problems in next year's garden. So let's actually save some seeds. First, grab your fully ripe pepper. If it's a hot pepper like a jalapeno, habanero or Scotch bonnet, put some gloves on. The capsaicin that actually makes the peppers hot is concentrated in the white membrane inside where the seeds attach. It stays on your hands for hours, even after washing. And if you touch your eyes or your face, you are going to regret it. Cut the pepper open lengthways down the middle. You'll see seeds attached to a white spongy structure running down the centre. That's where all the seeds cluster. Some peppers have loose seeds in the cavity as well. Scrape the seeds off with your finger or a spoon. They should come off very easily. If you're working with a thick-walled bell pepper, pull the entire core out first and strip the seeds off after over a bowl. Drop the seeds into the bowl or directly onto your drying surface. Don't worry about getting every single seed. One pepper gives you enough seeds to grow dozens of plants. If your pepper was almost ripe but not quite when you picked it, let it sit on your work counter for another week to fully ripen before extracting the seeds. Peppers actually continue ripening after harvest, and this extra time lets the seeds mature more completely. This step determines whether your seeds work or become useless. Drying is everything. If seeds aren't dried properly, they'll grow mold or die during storage. So spread your seeds in a single layer on some kitchen roll or a paper plate, with kitchen roll on top. Make sure seeds aren't touching each other. They need air circulation on all sides. Put them somewhere with good airflow, low humidity, and out of direct sunlight. I've used the top of my fridge or a pantry shelf before. Room temperature is perfect, around 18 to 24 degrees. Don't put them in direct sun or near radiators or on the cooker. Too much heat actually damages the embryo inside the seed. You want gentle drying, not fast drying. Never use plastic or glass as a drying surface. Seeds stick to these materials and they don't allow moisture to escape. Paper products are best because they absorb moisture and let the air flow through the seeds. This can take 1 to 2 weeks depending on humidity. In drier areas, seeds might be ready in a week. In humid places, closer to 2 weeks. Check them every few days to keep an eye on them. And how do you know when they're ready? Pick up a seed and try to bend it. If it bends, it's still too moist. If it snaps cleanly in half, it's dry. Fully dried seeds should feel hard and brittle. You can gently bite one. It should crack, but not squish. Seed storage research shows that seeds stored above 10% moisture level are vulnerable to mold and have much shorter viability. So don't rush this step, let them dry completely. So your seeds are now bone dry. Now store them properly so they stay viable for years to come. For containers, paper envelopes work brilliantly because they breathe a bit, preventing moisture buildup. You can get coin envelopes from any stationery shop. Small glass jars with tight lids work well too. Jam jars are generally readily available. Some people use small plastic bags, which is okay, but make sure seeds are totally dry first, because any moisture trapped in plastic will cause mold. Before sealing anything up, label it. Write the pepper variety, the date you saved the seeds, and where they came from. You think you'll remember, but you really won't. I have unlabeled seed packets from 3 years ago, and I have absolutely no idea what half of them are. Just grab a pen and write on the envelope. It takes 5 seconds. Store the container somewhere cool, dark and dry. A drawer in a cool room works well. The fridge is actually ideal because it stays consistently cool with low humidity. If you use the fridge, make sure seeds are in an airtight container so they don't absorb any moisture that might be in the fridge. For extra protection, especially in humid climates, put a small silica gel packet in your container. These help to absorb residual moisture. You can buy them very cheaply online or save them from vitamin bottles that you might buy. Under decent storage conditions, pepper seeds stay viable for 2 to 4 years. With perfect storage in the freezer, they can last 6 years or more. Germination rates do drop over time, but even old seeds can surprise you. I've sprouted 5-year-old jalapeno seeds with about 50% success rate. Let me save you from some of the mistakes I've made. First was saving seeds from green bell peppers. I didn't realize green bell peppers are just unripe bell peppers. The seeds were immature and almost none germinated. Wait for the color to step in. Second was not drying seeds long enough. I put seeds that felt mostly dry into a jar, and 2 months later, there was mold covering everything. Give them the full drying time. Third was storing seeds in my shed. The summer heat cooked them. None germinated next spring, so keep them somewhere cool and dry, not in a hot shed. Fourth is not labeling. I've planted mystery peppers that turned out completely different because I mixed up unlabeled packets. Write on the envelope when you're putting seeds away. Even if you mess something up, pepper seeds are forgiving. You can always save more next season. Now the fun part where all that work pays off. Plant your saved seeds and watch them grow into new plants. Pepper seeds need warmth to germinate, so start them indoors about 8 to 10 weeks before your last spring frost. Plant them in seed compost, keep them warm, ideally around 24 to 27 degrees Celsius, and keep moisture consistent. Not soaking, just evenly moist. A heated propagator helps if you have one, but the top of the fridge also works well. Be patient. Peppers are slow to germinate. Some varieties pop up in 7 days. Others can take 2 to 3 weeks. Just keep the compost warm and moist. When you see the first green leaves push through and you realise you grew this from a seed you saved from a pepper you grew last year, it's one of the best feelings in gardening. You've closed the loop. You're creating an ongoing cycle that continues year after year without spending another penny on seeds. When you're harvesting peppers next summer, save the seeds again from the best ones and the cycle continues on. Next time you're eating a pepper, whether from your garden or from the supermarket, take 30 seconds to pull out its seeds and give this a go. Worst case scenario, you've wasted a bit of kitchen roll. Best case scenario, you've got free peppers for life. Come back and tell me in the comments what variety you decided to save. And if you have any questions about your specific situation, drop them in the comments below. I read everything and answer questions whenever I can. If you want more practical gardening skills that save you money, hit the subscribe button. And if you're ready to go deeper, you need to watch through my pepper growing playlist. It's on the screen right now, go and watch it.